Hello, in this video I'd like to show you how to work with the incomplete flag. This is a simple entry status marker that allows you to mark an entry as still requiring further attention in one way or another. So the entry is thus incomplete. It requires further attention. It is not yet ready for production. Under Attributes F1 there is a little checkbox where you can mark an entry as incomplete by ticking that box. When an entry is marked as incomplete, you'll see in the preview area a question mark displayed next to the entry. This allows you to quickly spot entries that are marked as incomplete. We can optionally also use the notes field to indicate why we think the entry still requires further attention. For example, I might say, I don't know, not sure if the part of speech is correct. Further research needed, David. In other words, we want to come back to it later. Right, now there are a few areas in TLex where the incomplete flag is used. The one is when we export the data. So for example, I'm going to File, Export, RTF for Microsoft Word format, and there is a setting here where Include Incomplete Entries. So we can select to automatically exclude all the entries that are not marked as complete. This kind of makes sense if you are preparing the output for production, as an entry marked as incomplete is not production ready, or probably not production ready. On the other hand, if we're exporting, say for example, to do an internal proofread, then we may want to include the incomplete entries. So it's just a simple way to mark and then either include or exclude entries that are not finalized. The other main thing we may want to do with the incomplete flag, if we arrive at the office and we are bored and we don't know what to do, one obvious thing would be to say, well, we need to tackle the entries that are not yet complete and actually, get them into production ready state. And we can do that very simply using the filter F5 tool. We press F5 to go to the filter and scroll down in the show, underneath show, we scroll down till we find something that looks like lemma : incomplete. Tick that and click apply, and this will apply a filter that lets through and shows us in the entry list only those entries that are marked as incomplete. So if there were, in this case, there's only this one of 4,991 entries. So this allows us to very quickly find only the few entries in our dictionary that are still marked as incomplete. We can then go and do whatever is necessary. So not sure if the part of speech is correct, I might add yes, the part of speech is correct. I've now done the research, David. And we untick the incomplete flag and we save and unapply the filter. Now there are other ways in TLex to do more advanced status tracking. For example, if an entry moves through multiple stages before its final approval, or back again out of an approval stage. But the incomplete flag provides a simple way to achieve much of that kind of goal that is ready and working out the box, so to speak. Lastly, the incomplete flag can also be toggled for the current entry via the lemma toggle incomplete of command, or using the shortcut key Control-Shift-I at any time. Oh yes, one more thing. If you want to see how many entries are marked as incomplete, you can do this by going to the dictionary menu and selecting Show Full Statistics. This will display the total dictionary, the current dictionary statistics in the preview area, and if you look somewhere near the top, you will find under lemma incomplete, and it will show you the total number of entries currently marked as incomplete. In this case, only my one little entry expert that I've marked for this for purposes of this demonstration. Note there's two columns. The reason why there's two columns is that this is a bilingual dictionary. It has two different sides. The first count shows you the number of entries marked as incomplete for the current side only, whereas the total shows you the total number of entries marked as incomplete for both sides of the bilingual dictionary. Note also that straight from the statistics window we can ask TLex to show us all the incomplete entries by just clicking on this filter link, and it will apply that same filter as earlier to narrow down on just the entries marked as incomplete.